Adam Hinkins here, PGA professional at Beaconsfield Golf Club, and today we're going to talk about some simple posture ideas. Face on, big one that I like to see. My spine angle is very neutral from my sternum down into my pelvis. One thing that I see some amateurs do is they like to get their spine and lean it to the right ever so subtly. So if I put my rod on and do that, you'll see that that's getting closer to my lead leg. And then from here, they've created some side bend on that right hip. This unfortunately will affect how you take the club away. It's going to mean that the club stays low, shoulders turn incredibly flat, and then we're going to struggle to get the club going over the shoulder. What I would prefer is more of a neutral spine, maybe a hair of a touch forward, but that's about it. The right shoulder will look like it's lower than the left, obviously, because of the hand, but that is just the shoulder. And from here now, I can turn on angles better, get that club up more, and bend the correct way in my backswing. Down the line posture, what do we see? We see, usually on the lesson tee, two things. Tall legs, hunched over body, pelvis tucked underneath so the belt buckle is coming up towards my belly button, almost like I'm doing a sit-up. From here, we have lost a lot of range of motion. That club is going to struggle once again to get up from lack of rotation of my spine. The opposite would be maybe one person that sat down too much. So now their bum is pointing very much backwards. It's very outside the heel line, puts us a long way away from the ball. And once again, this is going to affect from two things. We're either going to take the club away low and on the inside and then lift and go across out of position at the top. Now we're struggling to get a good downswing. Or we're actually going to come out of this from being in a position that's almost too uncomfortable the other way, where now we start to lift up and start to early extend this spine. You can see that straightened up, and now the club delivers poorly. So, what do I want to do? Posture, down the line. I want to feel from here, I bend from my hip joints, but big key reference point is I would never want my hip joint to get too far outside of my heel. If I draw that line there, that's where I'd want the most. The more the bottom goes back outside the hips, the ankles, like that, the worse it's going to be. So there we go. You'll feel a bit of pressure on the top of the laces, and then from there the top part's leading over and the arms hang down. Another simple reference point of doing this is get a rod or a club, put it across your sternum and your pelvis, bend through just until it pops through the legs, and then once again release the arms and you'll be in a pretty good position. Nice visualization that we do with a lot of guys. We like to get them to feel that they're just looking over a small little picket fence. Now if I start to lean back and sit back into my knees, I very much feel that my eyes are this side of that fence, as you can see from there. And then from here, I feel now much more pressure on the front of my toes, on my laces here. I feel like I'm looking over the fence. I feel in a much more athletic position to hit a golf shot. Stay safe, try those out, do some exercises, and I'll see you soon.